Alright, to the mission of achieve your goals in your career, science, and case. This will just proper class growth. You can see at 20 left and some readings. Great assignment. So we call purpose of completion. Done what's already what's goal. Literature, self-reflection, draft of literature complete. All those I have in I will be somewhere else as well. Make the course complete and also action. Some parts of the course like grades should not be possible to stream. They are confidential. So I will basically just show the learning part. There are some, so let's write straight away. Start propose completion. Oh, subtitle. Oh, it's just a question.
Hi, how are you? This is the sixth class in the first week. The title is The Ultimate Purpose of Self-Reflection. In the last class, we concluded that human life is incomplete. If we know clearly that life is incomplete, conversely, we can know what human completion is. The ultimate goal of self-reflection is self-realization and human completion. Human completion is a state without human incompletion. To go towards human completion, we should understand our mind and solve any shortage through self-reflection. You may have a life you dream about and a goal toward which you are working. In the process of heading for the goal, there might be conflict. Some people achieve their goal easily, but there also might be goals which are not easy to achieve. But everybody wants to achieving their goals. Self-reflection has plenty of advantages for human completions and achieving your goals. First, you can understand the cause of difficult problems because you can look at the problems from an objective point of view you not only figure out the causes of problems, but also you can understand other people's point of view. If you encounter the same problem again, it's more likely you can solve it easily. Then stress itself decreases naturally. You can live comfortably and sleep very well without insomnia. There will be no hesitation in human relations because you are problem-free. Your relations with your surroundings will improve and your attitude becomes positive. Your goal becomes much clearer and you can act towards what should be done. As I teach, I observe many students who cannot show their capabilities and they cannot realize their inner potential because they are distracted by surrounding conditions. You can improve your capability and you can discover your inner strengths through these self-reflections. There are also many students who don't realize their potential and don't know what to do or how to start. If you do self-reflection, you don't have to agonize over those worries anymore. Some of you taking this course may think, how should I live? What should I do in the future? I don't know what kind of a life I want to live. I want to realize my potential. I want to reduce stress. Self-reflection is the answer. If you reflect on yourself, you can achieve human completion and live happily. You will naturally achieve your goals. You can understand the logic of the world and you will not be stressed. Your inner strength will be revealed. You will be positive. Naturally, you will be healthy because you are free from mental suffering. Imagine this. Imagine you're continuing to practice self-reflection. Can you see yourself after meditation achieving your goals and being truly happy? As you saw in my life graph, I lived in a good environment, best school, good family, and a good status in my field. But I didn't think of other people. I took my environment for granted and was not grateful. Even though I achieved the things, I felt something was missing in my heart. And I always desired something more. I had a good social status, I had money, but I wanted even more money and even higher status. At that time, I recognized that there is no end to my desire. After self-reflection, I found the cause of my endless desires and I knew I should subtract them. When my illusionary self is clear, my real self will be revealed. The remains of childhood memories, things I saw and heard, accumulated inside me and continuously governed my thought and actions. After subtracting my illusionary self, I clearly recognized that I had escaped from my past. I was freed from my past mind. Now I am always stress-free, even when I'm working. I'm not mentally suffering. I want to live with everybody happily and I'm living such a life. Whether you take action toward the life you dreamed of is up to you. What is happiness? Happiness is no worries. Happiness is treasuring within you what is the most precious. What is the most precious? Money, love, are these things the most important? Imagine I'm the happy person alone. Now imagine that the people around me are also happy. Which happiness is greater? Now imagine that people all over the world are happy. Which happiness is greater? Happiness hates the timid, so does science, as stated by Eugene O'Neill. I took this picture when I visited Nobel Museum at Stockholm. We need courage. Self-reflection takes courage. The ultimate goal of self-reflection is to subtract the obstacles in your life and close the gap between what you want and your current state. Then you can achieve your goals and live happily. Across the ages and in all countries, everybody has dreamed of a peaceful world. In the next class, we will think of how to realize the world peace and summarize the first week of this course. See you.
So, learning study on meditation. During discussing meditation, now that you have had a chance to warm up the material, in your future, we're using a new technology that allows students to form study groups. The idea is to give more opportunities to discuss the material covered in the course, learn from the perspective of your fellow students, and meet support others from around the world who share your interest in meditation and a purpose beyond life. Joining a study group is 100% free and entirely optional. Try to pick meeting times so that at least one is conventional, no matter where you're based. Want to participate? Here are the instructions for joining a group. So log in instructions, click on the Join How.com groups private, go to the Join How site, sign up on the bottom of the screen, enter your email and password, browse the various meeting times and register for the schedule that works best for you. And once confirmed, you receive an email with a calendar attachment. Let's add that to your calendar. Alright. Check this out. Now, let's have a self-reflection and warp is I already did it before. self-reflection meditations session.
Welcome to the first week of the self-reflection meditation session. You've done a great job almost completing this week 1 course. As we already learned earlier, self-reflection is to reflect on incomplete self, and self-illusion is the cause of your incomplete self. The ultimate purpose of this meditation method is self-realization and human completion. The remains of childhood memories, things one saw and heard accumulated inside him, continuously govern one's thoughts and actions. After subtracting one's illusionary self, you can clearly recognize that you escaped from your past. Furthermore, you can improve your capability and you can discover your inner strength. Also, you can achieve human completion and live happily. Eventually, you will naturally achieve your goals, since you can understand the logic of the world and you will not be stressed. Your inner strength will be revealed. Shall we get started? Before we get started, let's take a moment to relax and be still. Let's try not to force ourselves to do anything. With our eyes closed, sit back and relax. Now breathe in and breathe out. Let go of all the tension in your body and mind. Once again, breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. So today we are going to start the self-reflection of my life for about 10 minutes. Now, try bringing up some recent thoughts. For example, from this morning, what I ate and where I had breakfast at. You might be able to bring them up like films or pictures. And bring up what I did, where I went, any thoughts or worries or incidents for 2 minutes. Any random thoughts that are also coming up. That always happens. You just need to not get deep into those thoughts. And just simply reflect on today or yesterday. Also, let's reflect on your entire life. Your childhood, teenage life, 20s, 30s, work life, family, 40s, and up until this moment for around 8 minutes. First, childhood. Just relax and simply think of your childhood for 2 minutes. Keep reflecting back on the life you lived. just simply bring them up. You're doing a great job. If you're struggling with some moments of your life, just simply remind yourself that all that are coming in your mind are just simply pictures in my mind. My body is working exactly like a camera. Everything you are bringing up now has been taken by this camera. Pictures taken by this camera are not a reality but false. It actually doesn't exist. These are fundamental sources of my anxieties, worries, anger, judgments, emotions, and fear. Let's move on to teenager life. For about 2 minutes, let's reflect on what comes up in your mind. Keep reflecting back on the life you lived and just simply bring them up. You're doing a great job. Okay, let's start bringing up your 20s for 2 minutes. While reflecting, you can go on your own pace as well. Keep reflecting back on the life you lived and just simply bring them up. You're doing a great job. Now, bring up your life in your 30s. While reflecting, you can go on your own pace as well. You're doing a great job. If you're struggling with some moments of your life, just simply remind yourself that all that are coming in your mind are just simply pictures in my mind. Alright, let's wrap it up for about 1 minute. Let's start in your 40s up until this moment for about 2 minutes. Just by bringing those up, it is going to help you see what is in your mind. Alright, let's wrap it up for about 1 minute. You've done a great job in this reflection session. Thanks for following it all the way through. We'll be doing the next step of self-reflection meditation in week 2. Hope to see you there. Thanks.
So the short slides were careful. Turn to your staff. The 3% of learners didn't. Let's try, but now let's try again. Okay. But some of those things did mostly sound down, so I just did the lectures slide helpful. Remind myself this week. And the quiz was, let's see, T. Right, so this one is overdue. Why is that one slide incomplete? Choose the shortest answer to this question. Quarrel with lovers, conflicts with people, family issues, harmony in society. Why is that one's life is incomplete? Choose the shortest answer to the question. Quarrel, conflicts, family, harmony. one's life is incomplete because it's incomplete, so there's harmony. Cons. Quarrels. Who is the happiest person? I'm happy alone. I and neighborhood are happy. My neighborhood and the world are happy. Where's the neighbor? Else? One's unsatisfaction. A gap between my current status and how I want it to be. The result. Cause of one unsatisfaction. Gap between my current status and how I want to be. Gap between current status and how I want to be. There is nothing I want. Completion. Is enable chaos of one's unsatisfaction. Completion. Gap. Benefits of reflecting back on oneself. Choose one which is relevant to the answer. So decrease in stress, peaceful life, a lot of negative thoughts. Cool. Choose the best way of knowing about oneself. Looking at the mirror, reading books, reflecting back on oneself, using the self. Why hasn't one's life turned out according to one's will? Choose answer which is relevant to the reasons. Multiple choices. So why hasn't one's life turned according to one's gratitude inside me, my mind, custom, self-illusion, one's mind, one's past life, my habit, my gravity side. How can a human be complete? Eliminating my illusionary self. Searching for the answers with the eye. Reading books about completion. Adding the knowledge of completion. Just one answer. Who does the happiness hate? The timid, the brave, the courageous, the one who practices the self-reflection meditation. So the happiness hate, the timid. Coursera code, understand I am submitting my work that isn't my own. It's not. I understand that submitting work that isn't my own might result in permanent failure. I'll discuss on the activation of my Coursera account. Alright. 5%. So why is that one's life is incomplete? It's a good answer. And the reasonable cause of one's unsatisfaction is also the good answer. Just those two. First and third. Well, so why is that one's life complete? Choose the first answer to the question. Conflicts of people. Which one? Choose harmony. Why is that one's life is complete? Choose the further or test outside. This one should be the reasonable cause of satisfaction is a gap between my current status and how I want to be. Okay, the list should